So, John, at this point, Fargo is pretty well established itself in its own right, aside from the movie. At this point, are you guys competing with yourself now? Or?
I don't think we're competing with anybody. It's Noah telling fantastic stories in this incredible Fargo universe, and so it doesn't feel like a competition. It just feels like a joy, a storytelling experience.
So, I mean, with each season, you guys find interesting ways to connect them. Are you thinking ahead to the next season as you're doing each season, or does each one sort of come from ashes?
Honestly, they're born from the ashes like a phoenix rising. No one's thinking about beyond the current season, and never have. Since each Fargo story is self-contained, we really live in that story for the time that it's being made.
And the show is incredibly cinematic as well. It offers a lot of opportunities for directors to really explore their talents. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, it's fantastic. While it has a tone and a feel that is consistent throughout, a director can come in and hook into that tone and live in that universe for the time that he or she is there. And we've found that it's been a really enriching experience for all of them. It's fun, and it's deep, and it's tough, and it's challenging, but everyone's risen to that challenge, so it's really been fantastic.
And you guys do such a great job, too, of using the environment, of all that snow and that cold. I mean, what does that add to the show?
It alludes to the original movie, the original Fargo, and the frozen Midwest is the essential character, philosophically and thematically, I think, in Noah's universe. So it adds immeasurably to the show. When we find ourselves later in the season when we don't have snow and we're trucking it down from the mountains to keep that consistent look, it's really important that we do that because that is Fargo. The environment is the main character.
And balancing the comedy that's in the show with the very grim, dark violence, is it difficult finding that balance in there?
It doesn't feel difficult. It feels essential. We're trying to reflect a certain reality, a certain feeling of true story, a certain feeling of real life. Of course, real life has horrific violence that spikes in sometimes, and the humor that pulls us all through, and the heart and the goodness that eventually prevails. It's really important to encompass all of that, I think, in Fargo.
And you guys also are taking a lot of storytelling chances as well. I mean, like the last episode of Peter and the Wolf, or the episode with the animation that was almost kind of self-contained. And I mean, how does it, taking those kinds of creative risks, what does that add to the show?
Well, again, it's the smorgasbord of life, I think. I think Noah looks at it as how can I tell this story in a new way, or what feels germane to this particular story point or theme, and he's consistently found fresh and innovative ways to do that, so it makes it really exciting to work on.
Thank you so much.